It's a gift to be with you in this Lenten retreat. My name is Luke Hansen. I was a student at the Gregorian from 2017 to 2019. I did a licentiate in sacred theology with a focus in ecclesiology. And I wrote mostly on synods and synodality, as well as women's leadership in the church. Today I'm teaching religious studies and serving in campus ministry at St. Ignatius College Preparatory in San Francisco. It's a great privilege to have been invited to pray with the story of the raising of Lazarus in light of the Lenten themes of darkness and hope. I approach the story with a deeply personal memory. 15 years ago, my cousin Joe died of a heart attack at age 46. It shocked our family. When he died, he was doing what he truly loved, coaching basketball. He died at practice. His son was on the team, and his daughter was the manager. The family invited me to preach at the wake service. The gospel they chose was the raising of Lazarus. In the story, both Martha and Mary say to Jesus, "Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died." I don't know their intention, but that sounds like both an expression of faith in Jesus' power to heal, and also a lamentation that Jesus was not there when they needed him most. In the wake of my cousin Joe's death, we felt both. Jesus, you could have protected Joe. You could have saved him. Where were you? Death brings lots of emotions, especially when it feels untimely or tragic. And yet, at Joe's wake service, I felt Jesus asking me and the rest of Joe's family, "Do you believe? Do you believe in the resurrection? Do you believe in life? In this darkness, do you have hope?" At my cousin's wake, I felt the response of our entire family. "Yes, Lord, we believe. We know Joe is alive with you. We know we are deeply connected to Joe through you. We believe in the resurrection. In this darkness, we have hope." What a beautiful gift, the faith I received from my family. And then to feel it so deeply and clearly at such a hard moment. We grieved and we gave thanks. As I pray with this story again, two dynamics stand out to me. The first is love. Love is at the center of the story. Martha and Mary sent word to Jesus, "Master, the one you love is ill." Then the narrator tells us Jesus loved Martha and her sister and Lazarus. And Jesus' love for Lazarus is so deep that Jesus weeps. Some of those present watched it and said, "See how he loved him." I invite us to consider these questions. Who do I love? And in my life, what have I learned about love? Second, I'm struck that both pain and love can move people, including Jesus, to tears. In January 2015, when Pope Francis visited the Philippines, 12-year-old Blazel Palomar spoke to Pope Francis and described the intense poverty faced by many Filipino children who search through garbage for food, sleep outside on cardboard mats, and become victims of drugs and prostitution. She herself was rescued from living on the streets by a foundation in Manila. Sobbing and covering her face, she asked Pope Francis, "Why did God let this happen to us?" When I heard her question, I had no idea how to respond. It's a question not unlike the question of Martha and Mary to Jesus following the death of their brother Lazarus. In the presence of Lazarus, Francis put aside his prepared text. He said that he saw her tears, and he said, "The nucleus of your question almost doesn't have a reply. Only when we too can weep about the things you have said are we able to come close to replying to that question." Why did children suffer so much? Why did children suffer? He finished, certain realities in life we can only see through eyes that are cleansed through our tears. I've been thinking about love and tears in my ministry at St. Ignatius. When have I been moved to tears in ministry here? And what I actually realized is that I often stop myself from expressing that emotion. Maybe I'm speaking to parents about the deep love that their children feel from them and that they realize on a retreat. Maybe I'm expressing appreciation to seniors who have helped lead a retreat. Maybe I'm saying goodbye to my students at the end of a school year. These are moments when I consciously stop myself from showing emotion. And yet I feel such profound love. Maybe next time I'll let just one tear fall in a moment of vulnerability and courage. What about for you? When has love moved you to tears? In those moments, we stand with Martha, Mary, Lazarus, and Jesus, who loved each other so deeply and showed it through tears. It's that love that frees us from even death. Yes, Lord, we believe.